What's up guys, Mr.Wednesday here, back at it with the episode 2 of How to Beat Faction Wars. Today we'll be covering DEMONSPAWN, and I'll get right into it. So first of all, let's check out what boss do we have here. So, it's gonna be attacks 2 times at random, each hit places provoke for 2 turns on A1. And then he has an AoE on A2, which places True Fear, which is not good by any means. Then we have a passive, which has a 20% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn when the boss is hit by your champion, and you actually cannot resist that debuff. And then you have Add on the left, who's doing the heals and placing increased defense, and then the one on the right who is doing also a heal of 30%, and then also places increased speed buff. That means you should by all means target left add first and then the right add after you have killed those 2. Killing the boss is not that much of an issue. Now he can hit somewhat hard, so you'll still need survivability, which either means healers or revivers. Well, actually no, that's what a lot of people think. But the first time I have cleared the DEMONSPAWN faction, and I still to this day do not have a reviver here. So basically when I did it the first time around, I used Dragstar, who is basically a farmable legendary champion from Tag Team Arena. I used Allure, not sure where she is, so over here. I used Umbral, and then I had 2 level 50s. Or was Allure also a 50? Not sure, not gonna say I'm 100% on that. I'm actually trying to figure out who I used when I first cleared the faction. I think I used Fel Hound at like level 50, and then also what's her name? The Diabolist, I believe. Is she the one? Increase speed. Yeah, she's the one. So 2 rares at level 50, and then I think Allure was also level 50, but don't take my word on it. Maybe she was level 60. And the Umbral, as I said, and finally Dragstar. Now overall, this faction is really stacked when it comes to champions. So basically, there's no champion you cannot use in the clearing of the stage 21. If you do have Duchess, which I sadly still don't, it's basically like a cheat code to this faction, given that she does have that really nice revive, so even if you die it's fine. But otherwise, if you do not have a Duchess and you do not have any healers, which this faction definitely lacks, you will want a lot of healing coming from your gear. Now, I cleared this faction way before Doom Tower even appeared, so now we got Eckhart, who is amazing over here. You can actually get him in like 1 immortal set and then a stun set. He does have this AoE on A3 and on A2, so he will be stunning people with a very high chance, given that he does have 2 AoE abilities. He also has a chance of placing fear whenever somebody receives damage from HP burn, which is awesome. So just a terrific champion overall. He is great for Doom Tower as well. I actually have a planned video about him, so that's for another day. For hard Doom Tower, like a wave clearer comp, he is just that good. Now let's go back to legendaries and we'll just go to the list. Now Kymar is not gonna be like the be-all end-all of the champion choice here, but if you perhaps have nobody else, he does have the poison on A1, sleep on A2. Reset of skills on A3, amazing champion. Not like preferably you have a better champion for faction wars if you're like struggling to clear it first time, but for like speed runs he is very nice. Now Tyrant, same thing, terrific champion, ally protection, increased defense over here, HP burn, which is gonna deal a lot of damage on A2. A1 also makes him heal himself, so he can really sustain really nicely. And then also everybody takes 10% less damage when attacked by a person who has HP burn, so just a great champion overall. Now I do not have Countess Lix. She's awesome here as well for multiple reasons. She's going to be placing these block active skills, which is going to be crucial for like the Valk waves on stage 21. And then also decrease speed is amazing for everything, even the boss. Ashlyn is not gonna be here. Then she fills the turn meter by 5%. Each time an ally receives a debuff, which will be happening at the boss stage because of the freeze we read about. And then also weaken on A1, so overall terrific champion over here. Now, as I said, Dragstar, farmable legendary. So an awesome addition to this faction, terrific. He can give him, you can give him a lifesteal gear. He will heal himself just fine. He is also defense based, and I mean damage. His defense is also semi-high, so a nice addition to his skill set, which is an insane skill set overall. With provoke here, so a great crowd control type of champion. He also has a 55% chance of placing HP burn when hit. It does bug up to, what is it, 60, 65, 75, so a nice percentage of chance to actually land the HP burn. Kendra phone is gonna be great for like damage dealing, if you can get away with it. If you do not have a defense down champion, or at least one additional damage dealer, I wouldn't really bring him in. He just does not sustain himself that good. Then we have Cecia, who is also amazing, HP burn, decrease defense, and weaken. Also 3 hit on A1, great champion. Wither is gonna be awesome as well. She is new, so not a lot of people are gonna have her, but if you did pull her, she's gonna be top tier for this faction. She's one of the only healers in the faction, and she does her job amazingly well. Also increased defense here, great cleanse plus heal over here, so just an amazing champion. Also placing continuous heal on the ally with the lowest HP at the start of each turn, so perhaps relentless gear, and you're good to go. She's gonna heal you all the way big up. Great base HP, great base speed, just an awesome champion. Mortu is really nice. He's somewhat HP based, so he can sustain himself. On the other hand, Lord Shazar, Krutraxa, and Initri are gonna be way too squishy, if you ask me. So not really someone I'm gonna look at to bring. If perhaps I'm doing like a takeover and I have a choice between like one of these three or a better support champion, I'm gonna go with that. Keep in mind, you only need 3-star once. You can bring in your faster comp each time after that for like clan versus clan, etc. So you do not have to really think about having 3 stars every next time. Just get your 3 stars, get your Lydia, get your legendary book, and be on your merry way. You can farm, speed run it as much as you want after that. Allure is gonna be amazing for the turn meter decrease on her A1. We all know how crazy she is. So that's, as I said, an awesome epic. If you have her, you should definitely use her. So I'm talking about this skill over here. So 100% chance to decrease the turn meter by 25% on each critical hit. So we will need 100% crit rate on her. I said Eckhart is amazing, and he truly is. Nazana is also going to be amazing. If you're perhaps struggling to get past waves, you can get her in a stun set. Just make her do her A1 all the time, or her A3, which is also an AoE skill, and you can stun people up, making it easier for you to get through the waves. Now Tanix, not really my choice. She's not bad either, don't get me wrong. She's not bad, she's just not my preferable choice. I would much rather try and get somebody in immortal gear than bet on her healing. I'm not even gonna go over her kit, honestly. Not saying she's bad. If she's your only choice, you can definitely use her to some degree, given that she does also place decreased speed over here. So as I said, she's not bad, just not my preference. Achak is gonna be freaking insane for the freeze over here, HP burn depending on if attack or defense is higher. Then we have a heal whenever an enemy under HP burn gets a turn and fills the turn meter of all allies with 10%. If it's an enemy under freeze, amazing. Then we have block debuffs and strengthen over here. Also a chance of decreasing the duration of one random buff if the target is under HP burn. Not really the reason you're gonna bring him in, but not a bad champion either. Then we have Gorlos Helma, who's one of the only AoE decreased defense champions, so if you're going for the raw damage route, he's definitely somebody you should be looking in to bring. He also hits kinda hard, not really like crazily hard, just kinda hard. Also HP burn, decrease defense, over, decrease accuracy over here on one enemy, so perhaps on the boss, not a bad choice. Then we have somebody like a Magnar, who's gonna be an awesome damage dealer. Also HP based, HP damage, so he's gonna be able to sustain himself fairly nicely. He also heals by 1% of max HP every time anyone in battle takes damage from HP burn, so he's gonna be able to heal himself back up. Then we have Umbral Enchantress, who's gonna be amazing. If you're not sure why, it's gonna be mainly for the provoke here on the turn 2 turn cooldown. She also places Unkillable on herself, and she has block buffs over here, so perhaps a way for you to deal with the pesky Valkyries on the second wave. Paidma is also going to be amazing. Decreased attack over here on all enemies for 2 turns if the attack is critical. Also decreased accuracy on all enemies, and then over here attacks one enemy, removes all buffs, which is okay, nothing insane, but great choice of champion as well for like a stun set. Now Urtikata is a new champion, so again, not really sure how many of you will have her, and even if you do, she's just not gonna be that viable for faction wars. Like, I don't think her kit is bad overall, I just think she's not gonna be crazily good for the faction wars themselves. Now Skinfoss on the other hand is gonna be awesome. He's gonna heal for each debuff on him, and actually, as you'll see over here, he attacks everybody. Decrease attack, after attacking, transfers all debuffs except from these debuffs over here from all allies to this champion, and that's gonna be crucial because then all debuffs are on him, and he's actually gonna heal off of those debuffs, so not a bad synergy there. Over here he transfers all debuffs from this champion to a target enemy and steals the target's turn meter if the attack is critical, so a great champion, honestly. And decrease speed on A1. I think a lot of people just like go past him not thinking he's crazily good, but honestly, if you have him, he is definitely going to be on your faction war team. On the rare side, we have Fel Hound, as I said. Marquez is going to be great for damage. We have the Diabolist, who I already kind of like showcased at the beginning of the video. Otherwise, just not that many great, like insane rares, but honestly, like 3 out of what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 isn't bad either. So just like a great bunch of champions you can use. Now let me just go over something else really quickly here, and I'm gonna end the video there. I do want to say you should by all means always try and min-max your resources, and what I mean by that is do not go all in, like book everybody and get everybody to level 60, get masteries for everyone. Like, you do not waste your keys even when you lose a run, so you can exit out and try again. So as I said, I did it with like, I believe 3 level 50s. I know I cleared a bunch of factions with 3 level 50s, hence why I say that. So you can definitely do it. Even if you can like save your resources on like 1 6-star, like keep just 1 champion at 5-star, even that's great. And again, I'm not gonna go over it because it's gonna be like a stupidly long video, but you can actually get away without booking a lot of the champions. Like Allure doesn't need books, that I can tell you for sure. If you're gonna use like Nazana or Paidma for the stun, basically, you do not need books on them. Umbral is gonna need books. Skinfoss can go without books. Magnar is just gonna deal less damage, but you can get away without books. If you're gonna use something like Gorlos, you do wanna like get 3 books into here, but otherwise nobody cares. You can book rares if you have like a lot of rare books. It's fine, but otherwise I always recommend first try your champion out, then see, okay, so can I go with masteries, because that's the more free to play friendly way, because you do not technically waste any resources, you just use up the energy that's given to you throughout the day. And only then, if the champion does not work just with masteries, you can go ahead and book them. But please do not waste your resources by booking champions you do not need to book, or 6-starring champions that you just do not need to 6-star. Because if you're gonna use a champion just for this faction, like let's say Nazana, or perhaps like Garlos, because there's a lot of other decreased defense champions out there, perhaps you like already have 2-3 of them on level 60, or I don't know, like Achak, perhaps you're gonna go with Phoenix, because you do not have any other way of healing, you're not going to use her anywhere else. Just try and get her to like level 50. Try to min-max the gear so that you can actually survive, and try to just not waste resources. That's all I had to say. Much love, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Until the next one, Mr. Wednesday, signing out.